Hi, Bilal. So what more can you tell us? We know it's a diplomatic area and it's the safest zone in the capital.
I was speaking to a counterterrorism official at the Interior Ministry who said at least 100 people are confirmed killed and more than 300 people are wounded. We could have actually heartbreaking numbers in terms of casualties and fatalities. I was in the eastern city of Jalalabad trying to make my way into Kabul, and I was stuck for 30 minutes or so because the ambulances had to be given way on the road to ferry the wounded. This is almost 3 hours after the incident took place. We understand that in a radius of at least 1.5 to 2 kilometers area, windows are broken, people have got injured. All hospitals in the city of Kabul are busy. There was a appeal made for blood donations, and we are actually also getting the details behind the numbers. We have heard from Tulu News in Afghanistan, Afghanistan's largest TV station, that one of their employees was killed. A driver working for another international media organization is confirmed killed. One of their Afghan journalists is also injured. So unfortunately for the people in Kabul, this is a bloody day. There are many heartbreaks, and we're still trying to find out exactly what happened. Some details suggest that it was a water tanker filled with explosives. The question now would have to be asked, how did this happen? How did the tanker got into one of the most sensitive areas? This is where the German embassy is. This is where the presidential palace is not very far. A number of European embassies are there. But in the last few weeks or so, we were witnessing more concrete walls, more preparations. So one could imagine
so the security
how
measures
life in Kabul...
The security measures were actually being stepped up, as you just mentioned, because there have been deadly attacks on Kabul, and the latest attacks definitely on the military compound there in Afghanistan. So the numbers keep on increasing on the casualties and fatalities. Also, it's an area, which fortified area, very safe zone. But who does it point to, really? Does it point to Taliban or Daesh? What can you tell us?
I don't know. That's the honest answer. But let me give you an example. The Roshan mobile provider is, for example, there, which has introduced telecommunications to the country. This is where millions of people have access to 3G. We understand that there are people affected inside that building. Just sort of shows you, if Afghanistan continues to lose some of its best people with expertise, that will also be very costly in the long run. But what we do see in Afghanistan, especially in Kabul, is this prevalent culture of impunity, where officials are never brought to justice, where people are not fired, because clearly a number of key officials are failing in terms of protecting Kabul. In other provinces, people are failing in terms of doing their job properly. And who pays the price at the end of the day? It's ordinary people in Afghanistan. This attack would also drive international experts, people who could otherwise be in Kabul, who could work, who could travel around. An attack like this means more curfews or actually cancellations of those projects. So all in all, Afghanistan is the biggest loser when we have these attacks. And not to forget, of course, the many heartbreaks, the many loved ones that people continue to lose in the last many years.
Yeah, and the numbers are hundreds, as you are saying, as you're mentioning, 325 casualties. They're taken to hospital. We don't know whether they're still all critical. But, I mean, last month, Taliban announced a spring offensive. Do you think that does it point to Taliban in that sense? Or is there conflicts also between Daesh and Taliban to gain territory in Afghanistan there?
In the past, Daesh has said that they have carried out a number of deadly attacks, but many counterterrorism experts would question the ability of a group like Daesh. Could they strike in Kabul? What is not a secret anymore, that the Pakistan-based militant network, the Haqqani network, its leader Siraj Haqqani is the deputy operational head of the Taliban, have managed to carry out these sophisticated and deadly attacks here in Kabul against the Afghan government, against U.S. forces, for example, and other targets. So we'll have to see and wait. At this stage, I would rather not speculate. What I can tell you for sure, that Kabul is a city panicking. Businesses are already shut. I was just seeing that. So just that sort of impact is also going to cost Afghanistan a lot.
Thank you very much for that. That was Bilal Sari there from Kabul for us on the big explosion in Kabul in the diplomatic quarter, killing 80 and wounding 325. We'll have more in the coming hours here on TRT World. Do stay with us.